You are listening to the Life in Attleboro podcast, where we interview the city's most interesting people who are making a positive difference in our community. Hey everyone, I'm the host of the Life in Attleboro podcast, Mike Sullivan. Today is episode 46. It's a little different. There's no guest. It's just going to be me. I started the podcast because I wanted to spread positivity, create a sense of community, and just share good, positive stories about amazing people in our communities. And I've had the pleasure of speaking with dozens of them, and it's been such an incredible ride. Today is just a story about how amazing my son and my wife are. Again, I started this to help people, so I'm hoping this episode can help at least one listener out there. It involves food allergies and seasonal allergies for that matter. My son is now 6.5 years old, Brady, and when he was 6 months old, our pediatrician said try introducing peanut butter to his diet, see if he's allergic or not. So we took a little bit of peanut butter, and shortly after he took a little bite, his lips started to swell, and we monitored it for a minute, and then things got worse. He started breaking out in hives all over his body, and he got sick. So we rushed him to the ER at Sturdy, and thankfully that's as far as it went. It was still a pretty severe reaction, to say the least. We figured out, yeah, he's got peanut allergy for sure. So unfortunately, it didn't stop there. He was also allergic to other tree nuts, chicken, turkey, beef, eggs. And we were even told he had certain things to gluten as well. I know that's something that a lot of people deal with as well. So we were sad about that and figuring out what we were going to feed him to keep him healthy and growing over the years. And this amazing, it's really powerful what a motivated mother can do. So my wife, when my son was 3 years old, and that entire time we were just kind of watching what he ate, we figured out that he was allergic to egg after giving him a certain kind of baby food that had a little bit of egg in it. And it was another whole body in hives, get sick, rush to the ER. And then there was another episode where we were at someone's house and the dog had just had a peanut butter bone and licked Brady's face, and his whole face looked like he got punched by Mike Tyson. And we went back to the hospital for that. Thankfully, he never had any anaphylactic reactions, but it was serious enough where we needed to try and figure something out. So my wife did a bunch of research, and she was told about this program called ART, A-R-T, Allergy Release Technique. And it works. It's a holistic approach. It is not shots. It is not a medication. It is not covered by insurance, unfortunately. This is not a political podcast, so I'm going to stay away from my reasons on that. But it is not covered by insurance. And what it is, it involves radio frequency. They would hook something up to Brady's finger, and we essentially, not we, but the nurse or the specialist pretty much reversed his autoimmune system, so his nervous system as well. His body would no longer react to these foods. So it was a very long process. Every Thursday for 3+ years, my wife, Kelly, would take Brady. She would drive from Attleboro to Natick, which is where the office is for ART, A-R-T, Allergy Release Technique. And she would drive almost an hour to get there for a 30-minute appointment. And then she would drive back almost an hour. And every single day for those 3+ years, we had to give Brady certain foods, food challenges every single day, little bits. And then you would build up the tolerance with more and more. And one by one, he started getting rid of these allergies, like cured, no longer allergic to certain tree nuts, beef. I remember when he had his first McDonald's cheeseburger, that was huge. I remember when he had his first chicken nugget, that was huge. First slice of pizza, that was awesome. Just things that kids typically eat that he wasn't able to. He was starting to knock those off the list. It was incredible. And my wife drove through freezing rain, snow, thunderstorms every single Thursday, sunshine. Just a mom on a mission to make sure our son was cured from these, and he was. It's such an incredible thing, and I just wanted to, again, help people, share that with them. He loves peanut butter now. He has peanut butter pretty much every single day. He can eat cupcakes when he goes to a birthday party. Just the sense of fear that my wife and I had every time he went to school or every time he went to a friend's house or a birthday party, not knowing, we don't have that anymore. Now, we still have his EpiPen. There's no reason to get rid of that, but we don't have to worry about it anymore. He can eat everything. And I didn't believe the program. I'm one of those, I have to see it to believe it. And I was like, yeah, but it worked. And when Brady first started it, more than 500 children had been cured from allergies, food allergies. Also, it works for seasonal allergies. Brady used to have seasonal allergies. We were outside the other day. He's rolling around in the grass. Prior to him being cured, he would have been itchy and rashy on the skin and everything. He was completely fine. Just threw him in the shower like any other dirty kid, and off to bed he went that night. But just an incredible program that I wanted to share because I hope it can help somebody out there. Again, it is not covered in by insurance, so there is an upfront cost, an investment for sure, but worth every darn penny. And my wife and I are thankful that we were in a position to be able to get him into the program. I know that at some points there is a waiting list. If you know anybody in your life, if it's a family member, if it's a family friend, reach out to me. Shoot me an email at lifeinattleboro@gmail.com. You can send a message on Facebook, Life in Attleboro, and I'll give you more information. I know there's an office in Burlington. That's the headquarters. And then there's another office in Natick. They're pretty much, if you think about it like realtors, ART is like the realty office, and then there are independent contractors within that. So kind of like a real estate office where you've got realtors who work for that brokerage, but do their own thing and have their own spaces pretty much. But again, ART, allergy release technique, it changed my son's life, and it changed mine and my wife's as well, just with the sense of security. And I just want to thank Kelly for making that passionate mission over the last 3 years. It's really powerful. I was at work every single week because of my work schedule, but I think I brought Brady once or twice, and it was pretty cool to see. So what we had to do as well, every single day was a food challenge. And we had to give him this kind of crystallized water in a little syringe a few times a day. And then he would take a certain kind of Alka-Seltzer, like half of an Alka-Seltzer every single day. And then, like I said, the food challenge. And then there were never any medications. There were never any shots or anything like that. And it's just a holistic approach to curing food allergies. And it worked for our son. The other thing that was worth mentioning was it's an emotional roller coaster during those 3 years. And I will say Brady had a lot more food allergies than a lot of other kids who went to the program, is what we were told by Jill, who's Jill, Brady's specialist. A lot of kids, Brady was perhaps one of the longest patients, if you will. So other kids, it just depends how many foods and how severe their reactions are. But after Brady was cured a few weeks ago, I posted a shout out to Kelly and Brady on Facebook, and it got more than 400 likes and more than 100 and something comments. And I actually had 2 people reach out to me and say, hey, I'm a friend of a friend, because I tagged my mom and Kelly's mom, because every week they would rotate on Thursdays. So shout out to them as well. But they would drive an hour and a half for my mom, an hour for Kelly's mom. They would drive to our house on Thursday. So one of them could stay with our daughter, Natalie, while Kelly brought Brady to Natick. So shout out to them. But I tagged them, and I had friends of them reaching out to me saying, hey, my grandson's got food allergies. Can I learn more? So I spent time on the phone with them, telling them about the program and things like that, and just saying, I know what your daughter's feeling as a mom and what your son-in-law is feeling as a father. Helpless, because it's a helpless feeling, but there is a cure for it. And one of the women who reached out to me was actually a girl who I used to babysit when I was younger. We grew up on the same street. I'm about 10, 12 years older than her. And she told me that her 2.5-year-old daughter has anaphylactic reactions twice to dairy. So she's got a severe dairy allergy. And I spoke to her on the phone after a few Facebook messages, and she signed up. She signed her daughter up, and she's now going to be going to the Burlington office. And I am praying that she gets the same results that our little guy did. So I just wanted to help at least one person, and I know it's already more than that. So that's why I wanted to share this message with you, do this podcast episode a little bit differently. But chances are you or someone you know is aware of another person who has food allergies. And again, it doesn't have to be children, adults too. This works on pretty much everyone. Happy to give more information, but wanted to just share that with you, and let me know if I can answer any questions. Again, lifeinattleboro@gmail.com is the email, or you can just send me a Facebook message as well. But the Life in Attleboro podcast is about spreading positivity. I hope that you can just feel something, whether you feel like you learn something, you feel inspired to help somebody else, you laugh, you cry, just feel all the emotions that a human being can feel. I just wanted to share this with you, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. But for now, we'll wrap it up. We'll have another guest on the podcast next week. I've got a few interviews lined up for you, so I'm looking forward to that. But for now, I hope you have an awesome day and take care of each other out there, because chances are everybody, whether you know them or not, is probably going through something. Just be kind to one another, give them a smile, open the door, buy their coffee, hop in front of them in line, buy their coffee. All right, that's going to do it for today. I really appreciate all of your support. It means so much to me. And I will see you in the next episode of the Life in Attleboro podcast. Hey, I want to tell you about our new sponsor, Hoban Accounting Services. If you're a small business owner, you know how much of a hassle it can be to keep track of every penny earned and every penny spent. But thankfully, Hoban Accounting Services is on a mission to heal your headaches and fizzle your frustration when it comes to crunching those pesky numbers. Hoban Accounting Services has helped local businesses for more than 7 years. That's when Nicole Hoban, a proud mother of twin girls, launched her business. She's a QuickBooks Pro Advisor with tons of awards to her name. If you mention the Life in Attleboro podcast, you'll get 10% off for your first 6 months. If you'd like to support a small business owner in our city, just tap the link in the show notes of this episode and Nicole will be in touch. Hoban Accounting Services. A great bookkeeper should be an asset, not an expense. More than 1,200 people have signed up for the Life in Attleboro email list. We send one email every Friday. It includes exclusive offers from our sponsors, early access to every new podcast episode, and you'll stay in the know about cool events in our great city. Just go to lifeinattleboro.com and you'll see the sign-up display right there on the homepage. You'll also see the sign-up button at the top of our Life in Attleboro Facebook page. And if you know someone who would make a great guest on our podcast, please shoot us an email at lifeinattleboro@gmail.com. Life in Attleboro is a great thing. Support our community, promote positivity, and make a stranger smile. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Life in Attleboro podcast.